welcome back to You and I. Today we have Scott and Noel joining us talking about all things Gala and a recent squad announcement. If you'd like to introduce yourselves, tell us a wee bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Scott Martin from Belfast. I've been a lifelong Northern Ireland fan. Go to as many away games as I can, obviously all the home games as well. And I think it's just great to get away to different countries and support Northern Ireland. So thank you to whoever booked the trip away to Spain in June this year. It was great to have some sunshine.
I'm Noel Keenan from Lisburn. 30 years a Northern Ireland fan, 30 years of ups and downs, but wouldn't change it for the world. And like Scott said too, supporting the team home and away is fantastic, especially when you go abroad. You know, it takes you to places that you wouldn't normally get to see, and that's just one of the beauty of football and supporting your team.
You are two hardcore fans. You're going to do really well today, I'm assuming. I'm sure you've seen the squad announcement this morning.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Seen the squad announcement, yep.
Happy days. We're going to test your knowledge on that.
Okay.
So we're going to get you to name as many players, just one at a time.
Okay.
Take turns. Name as many players from the recent squad announcement as you can, and the amount you get is the amount of prizes we're actually going to give away in the two upcoming games.
Okay.
Feeling confident?
No pressure, but yeah, we'll give it a go.
Give it a go, yep.
All right, so we'll put 30 seconds on the clock, and then we'll go.
Luke Southwood, Connor Hazard, Billy Peacock Farrell, Owen Toll, Connor Bradley.
What's wrong with me?
It's great.
Brodie Spencer, Jamal Lewis,
Dion Charles,
Yep.
Conor Bradley,
Ali McCann, Shane Lavery, Josh McGuinness, Shay Charles.
Jamal Lewis. Did we say Jamal Lewis?
Yeah,
Said
you guys
Jamal
mentioned
Lewis.
him.
Yep. And we're missing a few.
Few seconds left.
Owen Toll,
And that's
Paddy
it.
McNair.
That's it. We're going to start in 11.
There we go.
We're going to start in 11 with three goalkeepers in it. We'll take
We'll take that.
We'll split that between the two games, home and away. So
Very
that'll be
good.
pretty cool.
Brilliant, good.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the squad, we're going to get the squad on screen here. I think we have to start in one place. We've got big news this week, and it's not the Oasis reunion. Johnny Evans, after 107 appearances, has internationally retired. What do you make of the news, and what's your favourite moment of him?
Yeah, what can you say? 18 years has just went by in the blink of an eye. I mean, I remember him making his debut for Spain all the way back in 2006, but I also remember a few days before that game watching him for the under-21s against Germany in Lurgan, and he got called up into Laurie Sanchez's squad for the Spain game, and the rest is history. He is one of our all-time greats. You know, he's a defender. I think he's got like 6 goals. I think for me, the standout moment, being that he's a defender, would probably be his first goal against Poland in front of the Cup way back in, I think it was like 2008 or 9. That's my standout memory for Johnny.
Yeah, what a career, 18 years with Northern Ireland. I think what he's done both in raising a profile in Northern Ireland, across the water as well, in England, obviously with Man United at the minute, and around Europe has been great. Think about his first game against Spain. Like, you have an attack there of Raul, Torres, David Villa, and you're starting 18-year-old Johnny Evans' first game at left back. Like, as a Spanish player, you're going to target him, aren't you? And just think, well, you know, here we go. But I think showed in that game just how good he was, completely unflappable, and has continued that right the way through for Northern Ireland, and he'll go down as one of the greats for Northern Ireland. Probably favourite moment, I'll go for the Euros in 2016, probably the game in Ukraine. Just such an incredible day. The ground just completely packed with green, and kind of the celebrations on the pitch after the game was just great.
Yeah, absolute Northern Ireland legend for sure. And you mentioned he made his debut against Spain, and his actual last game was against Spain in Mallorca there, which you were at. So
yeah,
pretty incredible journey for him. So we'll go back to the squad announcement from today. What was your initial thoughts when you seen that on Instagram this morning? What did you think of straight away?
You know, a couple of seasons ago, whenever with Dallas out, Davis out, Macaulay then was obviously gone as well, and you're sort of starting to think this is going to be a transitional period, but you can see the JD badges on that as well, just how many players have actually come through our youth system and come right the way through, and you know, those guys playing week in, week out is only gonna benefit us as a team. And I think just really exciting. Some of the young players come through who haven't even touched really on Conor Bradley yet. I'm sure we will, because like what a talent he has been, and what a breakthrough he's had in the last couple of seasons. There's a lot to be excited for, I think, in the next couple of games.
Yeah, no, there definitely is, and even our recent form at the minute has been really, really good. You mentioned the Spain game there. I know Spain went on obviously to win the Euros, and we put in a good performance against them, obviously going 1-0 up. And you look at our recent form against Luxembourg and Bulgaria. Bulgaria will be a tough test. Luxembourg has been quite good. What are you expecting from the next 2 games?
I'm expecting 2 tough games. Whilst I believe we can do something in this group, Luxembourg are a team in the last 10-12 years that have been a minnow, regarded as a minnow, but a minnow that have made great strides, have really improved, as we should know, because they've beaten us.
Yeah.
So they're a bit of a bogey team for us in many ways, but I do think, we haven't played here at Windsor since November. I think that first game against Luxembourg, the place will be rocking. I do think we'll win the game. And Bulgaria away, tough game, but definitely a winnable game as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Luxembourg game at home here will go out and really attack them and try and get off to a good start. And if we can get a couple of goals, get a bit of confidence and sort of a bit of momentum going into the rest of those games. Bulgaria away is always a tough game. I think one of those games against Bulgaria was against Berbatov here at Windsor as well. They've had sort of a history of really good players coming through as well. So that'll be a very difficult game to go away to. But I think if we can get good result, good performance against Luxembourg and carry that into Bulgaria away, then especially with young players in the team who aren't afraid to have goal players, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, no, form has been good so far. And if you had to pick your starting 11, who would you go for? We'll get an 11 from you, but we have to agree on an 11.
That could be the hard part.
So,
well, we've already agreed 3 goalkeepers, haven't we?
You know all them.
Yeah, we're not going to concede. Who's your pick on goalkeeper?
Who's your number 1 in nets?
Bailey.
Yeah. I think Mike O'Neill quite likes Bailey. He's sort of the number 1, isn't he?
Yeah, I would agree with Bailey as well. I think he's a great shot stopper. So yeah, I'll go with Bailey as well.
Back 4, we know Evans in it. What are you going to do? Who you put in?
I think if we start in the middle, I'll go Ballard in the middle.
Ballard and Hume for me, definitely. They have that Sunderland connection, so they would definitely be in my starting 11 defensively.
Do you play McNair, I know he's listed as a defender, do you play him in defence or do you play him in midfield?
I would be inclined to maybe try him in defence initially, but he can transition between both if need be.
Yeah.
I think it's it'll be interesting to see what Michael does defensively now that he doesn't have Johnny to call upon. Will he maybe try a few different things first of all with maybe Paddy at the back? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. McNair, question mark where he plays, but I wouldn't be against him starting at the back for his experience alone.
So we're going to go Ballard, McNair, centre back pairing. But you're sort of saying Hume there. Where are we getting Conor Bradley in the team?
Are you playing 4 at the back or 3 at the back?
I would probably go 3.
You want to go 3?
Yeah, I'm happy with 3.
Yeah, 3 at the back. Definitely, we should be going for attack in all these games coming up. We have the players to do it. So yeah, definitely 3 at the back.
So we've got McNair, Ballard, left back then, or left side.
That's a tricky one.
For me, I'm leaning towards
Lewis, maybe?
Kieran Brown. Because I kind of liked whenever Lewis played, sort of slightly
he's
further
definitely a bit
forward.
more attacking Lewis. He likes to hug that touchline.
Yeah, I thought the last couple of games he looked really good going forward.
I'm more a Jamal Lewis fan, but obviously Kieran Brown now has really cemented himself in the Oxford team in the championship. So it gives Michael something to think about there. For me, I'd go with Lewis.
Go with Lewis. Happy with Lewis on the left side?
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and
he was in my
Bradley on the right.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll go with that.
That one, the right side picks itself.
Yeah, I think we agree on that. Who's starting in your midfield then?
For me, I would be having. I would like to see Ali McCann get a start. I think he'll probably go with Saville again, maybe.
He's trusted in there, really, isn't he? So
yeah, and Shea Charles.
Yeah.
Shea Charles has been a standout player for us, I think, in recent times.
Yeah, Shea Charles is great. He would definitely be in my starting team as well. I'd have Saville as well. He gave me his shirt after the game in Copenhagen there last year, so no matter what he does now, he's in my team. And then I think maybe I would go for Paul Smith in there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Are you playing up top?
I want to see Callum Marshall.
I want to see him start the games.
I wouldn't be against him starting the game. I think these are not to be disrespectful to the opposition, because I think it would be foolish to underestimate Luxembourg, you know, but I think these are definitely games where likes of Callum can get great experience from, and you know the only way he's going to get that is to play in the game, so I wouldn't be against him starting. No.
Same, Callum Marshall for me, start. Anytime he's played, he's looked like he wants to score. He looks hungry for goals. He's not afraid to run at players. He's a really good provider as well. He's given some great balls into the box for others. So for me, definitely start Callum Marshall. And I think I would start McGuinness up front with him, just because he's got that experience. He's big, he's strong, he knows how to score. But again, he's also, I think the two of them would work really well together. Would both be able to play provider and goal scorer. Yeah,
I would agree, and I would have McGuinness there as well. Plus, you would have, like Scott said, that experience. Plus, you have that big man, little man up top. So, Josh McGuinness for me.
Any notable impact subs? I know a lot. Ross McCausland's playing really well at the minute. So the fans are always going mad for him to play. Any notable subs you think could really come on and make an impact in these games?
Definitely as well? Ross McCausland. He would be top of my list in terms of being an impact sub. Maybe Shane Lavery as well if needed. You know, again, Shane's been unlucky with injury over the last couple of seasons. It would be good to see Shane finally get some consistency and get some form, you know, like he seems to be doing for his club. If he can bring that into the international side too, you know. But I would still go with Callum Marshall to start.
Yeah, Ross McCausland as well, but I think Dion Charles as well. He's the sort of player, whenever he doesn't start, I think he's kind of chomping at the bit to get on. So if we needed to get a goal or we wanted to change things up front, I think bring on Dion Charles and he'd be up for trying to get a goal.
It's nice that we're rhyming off all these players. These are actual options. You know, it's really good to have these options now too. Yeah, there's plenty of depth to choose
I think
from.
In the past we've kind of had a starting team and then the subs, whereas whenever we're looking at that starting team, I think you could start almost anybody that's in that squad, and there's people that can play different positions as well. So it's great that we can look at Paddy McNair and say, well, where do we play him? Do we play in defence? Do we play in centre defence, right defence, midfield? It's great to have those options.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, that's a good starting 11. I think we'll take that. Your predictions then. Want us to get your score prediction? Who's scoring for us? What's the results going to be?
I was afraid you were going to ask this because I don't. My philosophy over the last 30 years has always been to expect the worst and hope for the best. But prediction for Luxembourg, I will go 2-0 to Northern Ireland.
It's a home game, isn't it? So we should be. You like the sort of side with a home team, don't you?
Yeah, I'm ever the optimist as well. So I think we've got such youth and speed and skill in our team that I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0. Who's scoring all these goals that you're predicting?
Callum Marshall for me. I definitely think he's gonna score. He's in great form at the minute.
I'll go with I can't keep up with him. He's a defender, but he's scoring goals. Connor Bradley, and I'll go Callum Marshall. Yeah, for my 2-0 win.
We'll take that. We'll take that all day. And in our away game then, what's the result going to be?
I think tighter. I think Bulgaria will be a difficult side to break down. I think they'll be big and strong at the back. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Northern Ireland win.
I want to say that. I do. I'm kind of swaying towards a draw, but I'll be optimistic. I'll go 1-0 as well to Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
I'll give that one to Dan Ballard, header from a corner. 1-0.
A tight game, a set piece or something like that.
Yeah.
Who's scoring your goal, Noel?
I'm going to go with Dion Charles.
Charles. So 2 wins we're going for there, so that's 6 points. No, that would be great. We're going to move on to our game, Gawa Ya or Gawa Na. I'm sure you might have seen it before on you and I. So basically, I'm going to spit out some facts about the two teams that we're playing, and you have to tell me yes or no. Okay. Gawa Ya for yes, Gawa Na for no.
Are we together or against each other?
You're against each other this time.
Okay.
So we'll start with number 1. So Luxembourg has won the Eurovision Song Contest 5 times.
I'm going to go...
Yeah.
Nah.
You're not Eurovision fans, are you?
Based on what you've just said, that you're like, no, surely this couldn't be the case, and that it is. I'm going to say yes.
They do catch you out, but it is true. At one point, the Scott is. How you watch Eurovision, do you?
Well, clearly, I don't.
I might watch bits and pieces of it. I wouldn't sit down with my sister's shit and score it and everything. But yeah, more X Factor, yeah.
The Bulgarian national football team finished third in the 1994 World Cup? Both are going for yeah. You watched that World Cup?
It's one of my earliest football memories.
It was?
It was, yep.
Well, it's actually false. They finished fourth.
Okay.
We
Okay.
were close.
Yeah.
Close, that's what I'm saying. Number 3. The national dish for Luxembourg is pork and beans.
Sure guess.
I'm gonna I'll go yeah.
I'll go
I've just
yeah
gone
as
yes
well.
for them all, so
Yeah.
Agreeing on that one.
50-50%.
And it is true. So it's 2-1 to Scott. Number 4. Bulgarians nod no and shake their heads for yes. So if you say something to them and they say no to you.
I'll go what sounds like it could be.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, you've heard it before. That is true. Yeah, you're both correct. 3-2.
I was worried that was going to be one of those myths that you've heard, but it's just not true.
I never heard it before until today. It's quite mad, that one. Question number 5. Luxembourg has a population of just under 500,000 people.
I'll go yes.
Both agreeing again. It's actually false. It's just slightly more. It's 600,000.
Okay.
Question number 6. Johnny Evans' first goal for Northern Ireland was against Luxembourg. Yeah, I knew you guys would know that one. We talked about it earlier. Who was it
Topical.
against?
Poland.
Aye, you're right. So both get a point for that one. Question number 7. Stephen Davis' last ever goal for Northern Ireland came against Luxembourg. Noel's very confident with that one there, and it is true. You remember it, Noel? You've seen the game?
I do vaguely remember it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're on even points now, going into the last question.
Ooh.
Pressure's on.
Conor Bradley made his Northern Ireland debut as a substitute against Bulgaria. So we're definitely going to get a winner. It's false. It was actually against Malta. So there you go, Scott. Well done.
Yeah.
You won the Gala Yarnak quiz.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Good game, sir.
So they're tough questions, like
Yeah.
they do catch you out. So they do. You've brought a memorable Gawa item with you today as well. So I'm always looking forward to see what the guests bring with them. So I'll start with you, Noel. If you want to show me your Gawa item, talk us through it.
Okay, well, I've brought along 2 items, but they're linked. So first of all, this is a match programme from Northern Ireland v Belgium in 1997. This was my first ever Northern Ireland game that I went to, and it was £3 for a ticket back then, and this was in the old railway stand. Northern Ireland won the game 3-0. James Quinn, Jim Magilton and Philip Mulrine scored the 3 goals that night, and I thought this will do for me. And then a couple of months later we're drawn with Thailand, but hey ho. But anyway, so that was my first game, 3-0 win, and this is actually my first ever Northern Ireland shirt, and it's the shirt that the team were wearing at the time. And I have actually managed to get 2 of the 3 autographs for the goal scorers at that Belgium game. I've managed to get Philip Mulrine's autograph and Jim Magilton's. I'm just missing James Quinn's autograph, so if I'm lucky enough to get his autograph someday, I'll certainly get this framed. But very special memory, obviously attending your first game, and you know, very good memories.
Well, sure, love
Yeah, it's great.
that. Isn't it?
And what's interesting as well is the programme costs half the price of a match ticket.
It's 150.
Very true.
That's some great items. I love that. And Scott, what about yourself?
I've brought a shirt as well, and I actually didn't realise how hard this was going to be until I actually went looking. There's so many like Northern Ireland pieces of memorabilia I think that I attribute positive memories to. This probably don't mean anything to anybody else, but means something to me. I actually have a pair of Johnny Evans boots, which would have been quite topical to bring as well. But the one I've gone for is a shirt as well, and it's my 2005 shirt. And the reason I brought this is the last time I wore this was on the 7th of September 2005, which is etched in many people's memories, you know. Northern Ireland won, England 0, and it was just such an incredible game here at Windsor. Obviously, David Healy scored the winner, and you look at that England team, like just littered.
Old generation team. Like,
Absolutely, like littered with quality. And I think quite often, like we all love the hype and the build up to a game. whether it's a cup final or a European game or whatever it might be. We love the hype and the build up to it, but sometimes the game doesn't live up to it. And there was so much hype for this England game that whenever you walked into the stadium on the day of the match, like it literally felt like the air was electrified, and it was just incredible. Then that the game lived up to it. We went on, we got the win. And it was amazing. So I came home, took the shirt off and just said I'm retiring that, because I'm never going to have as good a night in that shirt as I just had. So for me, that's probably the best game that I've ever been at. The Euros comes close, but that was just a really special moment, and smile when I think about it. It was great.
Yeah, that's some great shirts. I love that. Really enjoyed that. The gaffer actually has a special message for you two today for being on the show. Take a look at this.
Hi Scott and Noel, thanks for being on our preview show, and we have 2 tickets for you to attend the game next week against Luxembourg, so looking forward to seeing you here.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
That's wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, it's
incredible.
great. You get to attend the game next week, and that's obviously gifted from Michael O'Neill. We bumped into him just before set as well. Nice guy.
Yeah, he came in and had a chat with us there just
Yeah.
before we came on as well.
Yeah,
So
very down to earth. Yep.
he's in good spirits as well. So yeah.
Yeah, good. It's been a good day for him. Yeah, so that's us wrapped up for you and I. Guys, thank you so much for taking part in the show today.
Thank you for having
if you
us.
like the video, remember to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And if you know anyone, or if you yourself would like to be on the show and sit here and have a chat with me about all things Gala, definitely get in touch. Take care. See you in the next one.